Hey man, can I call you back? I'm about to do a show.
You loud.
All right, thanks.
Welcome y'all. TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. It's the coffee break, and when you hear that sound, y'all, it's the sports edition to the coffee break, y'all.
They won't tell me I'm wrong for how I'm getting this paper. Life is hell when you ain't getting mail and ain't nobody gon' save us. So I can really give a damn if you think that I'm wrong or right. I'm a hustle all day. I'm a hustle all night.
Hello, y'all, and welcome to TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. It's the coffee break, sports edition, the recap, the games we had last night. I'm your host, Vance Bradford, and going to bring in my co-host tonight, Kevin Howe, aka the One-Eyed Scout. What's up, Kevin?
Oh man, just really excited about the state of San Antonio basketball.
Right,
Uh,
right.
I was talking with a coach slash parent yesterday, and we were talking about how we need, and Tori brought about this, how we need to celebrate what's going good within San Antonio. Uh, so if you'll go ahead and pull up those rankings, I want to start out the show um, with that uh, topic at hand. Now the other one, the black one.
Oh, the black one. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's heard about Brennan's success this year, and it can't be taken away from him. But and I want to celebrate uh, still being number 7 in 6A, and they're doing that with an interesting play style. There's not any real big men. Um, they've got terrific penetrators and shot makers, you know, and so that's 6A for the city.
Mm-hmm.
We were laughing, joking off air about 5A when within the city you got the number 9, number 11, and number 23,
Right, right.
and so one of those that are state ranked won't make it out of the city, potentially. It's all going to fall down to who's big 5A, little 5A, big 6A, little 6A. And the way that's determined is whoever's got the highest population, student population, will go to the big side, and the smaller two of the 4 playoff teams in enrollment will go into the little side. And, to kind of talk about how sizes of schools made a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
We think about the state champion in football this year, 5A was Spencer Valley, and when they were 6A, they would only make it, 2 or 3 games in, not the full 6. And since they moved down to 5A, they were a state runner up, and then the following year they're the state champion.
Okay.
So that's the kind of impact, and that's like what we're seeing with John Jay. John Jay was 6A. The last alignment, they went to 5A. and they're 20-2. You know, um, they only have 8 guys on the roster, 9 guys on the roster, and that's not affecting them at all. And we can't forget about Cole High School. You know, Cole went back to back state to the state round at the Alamo Dome.
That's
You
all
know,
Shaq
yeah. So
alma mater, huh?
yeah. So I mean, you know, we got a lot. I just want to give those guys their flowers. You know, and let's go back and based upon what we talked about in those state rankings, like people have some decisions to make on what games they're going to this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, number 11, John Jay goes over to Southwest. Probably the only team, maybe the only team that can give them a run for their money within that district. And I know Southwest is tied for second in that district with Southside. We'll go over that district in a little bit.
Okay.
And then you got number 9, Wagner at Piper. Piper's got a big man, big guard, wing. Mason Thomas hit 1,500 points. So then your next option, Alamo Heights, is ranked number 23 in the state. And they're playing Veterans Memorial, who's been back to back to back to the state finals, state tournament, Final Four.
How strong are they this year?
They're
Well,
3-3 in that district.
yeah, okay.
Well, no, I'm saying it's a monster district, man.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
talked about that early in the season.
Yeah.
And then you got Harlan and Sotomayor. Sotomayor is 6-1. Harlan 6-1. They're both tied for second.
Well, that was Harlan playing before the game last night, right?
Yes.
Harlan, man, they looked a little bit more improved than the last time I saw.
Yeah, and listening to the talk at the table, that was Harlan's 7th time to hit 100.
They looked a little. I had to look twice. I said, "Wait a minute, is this the same squad?"
Yeah.
And I looked over there and said, "Yeah, well, that's the same coaches." I big up to the coaches over for Harlan.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they look like almost a different squad.
Yeah.
I remember what's the guard number 3 that was very
Knowledge Carter.
Oh man, he hit a reverse last night, man. Because the first time he did the same shot, and it looked like he was he had shot that brick like he was playing football. But now that reverse was nice. He reversed, and he looks tough. He looked tough.
Let's not forget, Knowledge is committed to Texas A&M International,
Oh, okay.
and then KJ is committed to UT Dallas, both Division II programs. And as far as seniors, those guys do a pretty good job leading.
Okay.
I was going to say something. Oh, it's funny we talk about Knowledge is originally from Chicago, and when you watch his play style, it kind of makes sense. Dribbling, bullying. So it's cool for that.
Yeah. We had some
You know,
guards.
and when you watch Sotomayor and Coach Jones was never gonna say a word about this, but remember Soto was supposed to have that 6'9" Latrell Hoover, 6'11" Latrell Hoover, and he went to prep school and good for him. And I hope the
Well,
best
what's
for
prep school?
him. He went to in Arizona. I want to say Hillcrest, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Don't worry. I think who took out in real time facts check.
Yeah, yeah. And then the last game that we have listed is San Marcos at Steele. And that's going to be the number 17 in the state still. 6A. So you got one, two, three, four ranked teams playing. So we need to get people to get out and support the local high schools. In that Harlan and Soto game. So we had a hard time picking what game we were going to.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
have we?
we're still talking about it.
Okay, we still hulling up.
uh,
I was like,
yeah.
wow, man. Phil,
Uh,
man, Phil, please let me as soon as we can come up with something there, big time, we can get it
yeah.
over to Phil so he can get it in his GPS in time.
Yes. At 5:15, not 4:15. But
That's good. He was there waiting on us, though. He was there early.
yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah.
But let's look at those the other table we have down there.
Which one now, baby boy? Let me see. Which one we talking about? The rankings?
The standings, yeah. I did put rankings, but the standings, yeah.
That one.
Yes.
Okay.
I just kind of want to talk about something. I had a parent
I'll take
get
us
in
off.
touch with me today.
Go ahead. I was gonna when you start talking, go ahead.
No, we got in touch with me today, and they got a son that's 6'6", runs the floor well, big numbers. And they're worried about if he could play at a lower Division I level. I'm not gonna name the school because I don't be disrespectful, but and I told the parent like you got a special athlete on your hands, and they just don't understand like how rare their son is. I send his film out to coaches, and they come back, foaming at the mouth, trying to get him on the campus, and that's where his offers have been falling. And I told the parent like I'm just here to provide opportunities, mentor, and lay out a game plan. Y'all, as parents and family, gonna choose where your son plays, not a big country, you know. And so it was a good conversation, but I think it was an opportunity to kind of explain what it is I do outside of having a show with you and those things. Uh, at the end of the day, I'm an evaluator, a recruiting analyst, and get kids to school. But with that being said, we've been talking about District 26 when we were talking about Piper and Wagner and Alamo Heights. But if you look at it, and again, Bernie Champion is at 4-3, but they've been to the state tournament. Piper hasn't, but they've got a strong front court, and that's what I'm excited to see when they play Wagner.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you play, I think if you play Mason Thomas with Trey Clark, I think he's going to back Trey out and take advantage of that matchup. Trey being a 6'7" player himself. But I think whenever he starts going outside, it's going to be interesting to see the matchups because he can be a big two, a big shooting guard, and it's going to be interesting to see how Wagner's guards match up. And then the Alamo Heights game, I'm just waiting to see if Wagner and Alamo Heights can hold together and the district come down to them two late in the season. You know, we talk about 27 5A. And that's we Edison came back and uh, they beat Highlands. So now Highlands is still in first place, but they're 6-2, and they play Burbank this Friday, so they could vault themselves up to at least a tie for third, tie possibly tie for second, because some of those teams are going to play each other and fall out. But right now, there's four teams at tied for second place. And we'll move over to 28 5A, and that's what we're talking about. You see, um, South San at 6-1, uh, Southwest at 6-1, and then John Jay at 7-0. So those two games are going to be interesting to see how they match up throughout the remainder. But I do feel like Southwest has the best matchups um, to give them
So is
trouble.
that with Trey?
That's what Trey.
So man, realistically though,
Mhm.
uh, I mean, what I've seen from John Jay, they seem pretty. They run,
Yes.
man. That engine is running.
hmm
So Trey, what he got over there?
He's got a kid, AJ Franco, that uh, 15, 16 points a game. They got a kid with Enrique Torres, shoots it well from outside. Uh, but if we're being honest about it,
Yeah,
that's why I'm pitching to you. We go to Alamo, Piper and Wagner. Um,
yeah. Because I ain't gonna say, I don't want to put my man out there, but he even said it on tape. But yeah, okay, we good.
yeah,
I'm just wondering, you know,
yeah, because man, it's funny. I've kind of mapped out tentatively the rest of the season,
hmm,
uh, yesterday and today,
okay,
and man, they ain't a whole lot of games left, a
okay.
whole lot of game days left before we hit
So
the
we got to try to
playoffs.
move around so we can make sure we touch a little,
Touch a little bit of
everybody.
everything.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
everybody. All right, all right.
Um, Jumping into 6A, um, you know, Clark uh, tied for second with Reagan, and I'm pretty sure they play this. They play this weekend. Uh,
Oh,
no, Reagan plays
Johnson
Churchill.
got
Reagan
control of
plays Churchill.
this district, huh?
What's that? This is the Northeast District.
I said Johnson got control of this district, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. They got a chokehold on it. Um,
Okay.
but that's those 3 6 7s. Ian Rizzo, Ian Joshua. And they got, well, Max is one of the three of them, but Max comes off the bench and he's a terror. Man, I saw a clip of him from his last game go baseline and just tear the rim up.
Hmm.
You know, and so I know he was excited about that. Um, Reagan and Clark, they're gonna have their guards dominated by guards, um, but with a 4-0 advantage, you about damn near locked up a playoff spot. I don't know when they actually clinch it, but and there's some talent in that Churchill,
Mm-hmm.
Roosevelt, and Brandeis. You know, they're not slouches, and so that's why I say I think we need to celebrate more of what we're seeing because you know you're talking about some solid teams when we're talking about Steele, Wagner, Brennan, obviously, Alamo Heights. You know, because they're not playing chumps. And then here's the Brennan. I call it the Brennan district, but Harlan Soto tied at 6-1. I do find it interesting that O'Connor at 4-3. Um, they have a big wiry kid, Ethan Ballou, but they have a Hagen Hurst. Um, Hagen had two games, one with 32 and one with 28. And with big rebounding numbers. So they might be getting in the groove. Last year they were playing Stony Point,
Mm-hmm.
to go to the next round, and that was a great matchup, you know. But and then we have one more. um, district. That's man. I'm just shocked.
What'd you shock,
Uh,
man?
well, I figured Judson won their last game. They played San Marcos, but I expected more them to gel sooner. I'm not counting them out by any means, but uh, East Central, at 3-1, second place. Um, they have a couple of mix mismatches. Will Franklin can move out to the wing, um, play like a stretch four, can shoot it, get to the basket. But Zaire Williams, they call him Zebo, is making a lot of noise for himself. He's 6'3", 6'4", but man, he's a wide body. He'll get up and dunk the ball, but he takes up space both offensively and defensively.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited for East Central. They
Yeah, I
just
heard
got
about these. They might have something a
that
little
point
something
guard.
packed out over there, huh?
Yeah, they got that point guard we were talking about the other night.
Okay.
Isaiah Mackey, I think was his last name. But if they don't watch out, Steele's gonna run away with it. So I think the matchup coming up that if everything stays the same, we'll be there for the Steel East Central game.
Okay.
We'll road trip out to East Central.
Okay.
So, but that's it for the districts, man. And you can take that down.
Damn.
Um,
I sure will.
but we're gonna start taking some guys out to some games. You
Okay.
know, um, we're gonna. I was gonna go to UTSA Women's today, and I think we need to give a shout out to them because they're off to the best start in school history, 12-2.
Nice.
I was gonna go check out Asia Proctor, but I was needed at home tonight, so we'll catch them another day. But yeah, man, there's some exciting teams coming through to watch. There's Wichita State will come through. Um, University of Memphis will come through on the girls' side. South Florida, Rice, Incarnate Word's gonna have. They're gonna go to McNeese, and McNeese made a lot of noise last year. Went in the tournament. Um, that coach. He used to coach at LSU. I forget his name right now, but they try to put some sanctions on him, and they call him American Gangster back in Baton Rouge. Like nothing ever stuck.
Mm,
And Will Wade, that's what it was. Will Wade, the American Gangster.
mm.
Uh, but it's gonna be exciting when Incarnate Word comes to town
Okay.
because they have
When they come to
Dennis. And,
town.
yeah, they'll come to town and play Incarnate Word.
That's okay.
Yeah, they'll play Kaylin Hargrove from Harlan and Dennis Dodd from Vets will be in that game.
Oh, okay.
So be a chance to see some San Antonio kids playing. And man, we talked about it, loading up the van, heading us out to some of these HBCUs, and getting to see what some of that's all about.
Okay.
And I think that'd be very fitting since we're going to host the HBCU All Star game.
Yep, right
You
here in
know,
San Antonio. Yep, yes,
yeah,
sir.
yep. So that'll be good, and maybe me and you need to head to Austin to watch Hudson Tilston,
Houston Tilson.
Houston Tilston. That's right, Houston Tilston. Uh, Coach John Smith used to coach at Incarnate Word and Wagner,
Oh yeah.
and at Manor is the head coach over there now.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Great guy. He's from New Orleans, so he's automatically good people. But
Yeah, baby. That's how they do it. Yeah, man. Well, I'm looking forward to. We still haven't picked, man, for this Friday, the next episode. But I do want to give it before we dash. I do want to give. We got a chance to slip into Paul Taylor. Son
Yeah,
Jay played McCullough. The McCullough Cowboys. The McCullough Cowboys.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they took one, man. But uh, what I like about Jay, man, they're still playing hard. They no matter what, they're playing hard, and you
Mhm.
see that they're grooving, man. They like I say, each one of them, any one of them can be the lead scorer.
Yeah,
You know, just like Gian. Is that right? Gian, the
yeah,
game before he had that 40 point. He's just a nice, smooth dude, man. He's a basketball player. He knows when to leak down down the court, man, and get sneaky. And he plays D though. That's
yeah.
you can't say nothing if if you coming back squatting and playing D, slapping the floor, man. You can't say if you leak out.
Nah, because he got four quick layups. They have quick
Yeah,
8 points.
you know.
I thought he was about to have a big night, and but I think they probably were running him off 3 point line, uh, and he's not going to force shots.
Yeah.
So
No, they
that
play
was,
well together. They pass that ball around. Then Zachariah, we got I got to go call him Zachariah. uh, uh, Played well too, man. And just like before, man, he started out slow the game before, man. He was missing. I think he missed maybe his first 3 or 4 shots, but he stuck with it. Then he started boom. Then he started hitting them, and that boy got a smooth J.
hmm
Good player, man. And like I said, for his build, you wouldn't think he'd go and bang inside. But hey, he's anchoring their middle, man.
Hey, you know what's cool, man? We're
Yeah,
gonna get off here in a quick minute,
yeah. Gotta
and
go.
the episode's gonna run,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be the interviews with Zach and Hub. So
Oh,
we get a
really?
little more, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Well, let's get on off. Okay. That's what the
Miss
CEO.
Laura's gonna run,
That's
yeah.
what the CEO. Okay, good job. Okay, well, we do
Yeah.
got to get off at 6:55. You know
All
that?
right.
Hey, man. Once again, man, it's always good, Kevin, and look forward to being Monday. I mean, Friday. Look forward to
Yeah.
Friday. Hey, man, let's get our secret meeting we're gonna do this Sunday. Okay,
All right. Cool. Cool. Cool.
man. So, all right, guys. Hey, it's TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach, y'all. It's the coffee break sports edition, man. I'm your host, Vance Bradford, co-host over there, Kevin Howe, aka the One-Eyed Scout. Last thing you shout before we get out of here, Kevin.
Nah, man. It's just about to be a big weekend, a big Friday, and I'm just excited.
Nice. All right, y'all. We out of here.